Where do you see the market going in 2026?
It doesn't sound excited.
Why not?
Well, and another one, I bought a townhouse in Westbury, which I bought for 83 grand. I put 20 on it, and I sold it for 175.
Nice.
I know, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Back
Sounds
then.
like it.
Back then, it was awesome.
Yeah. Your first property?
Yeah, I bought one house. My first house was kind of funny.
I know you said that you're really sad during the whole war in Ukraine. Do you have family over there still?
Yeah, my mom's still there. But I mean, I think you don't realize it, but it's how it happened, right? When war happened.
How much do you pay for bookkeeping a month?
$80.
$80?
Mm-hmm.
What?
That's what I thought, because I was used to pay for a bookkeeping app like 30 something. So I thought like, well, I pay 80 and they do everything for me.
So what is your plan to profit on the other end, Kateryna?
Well, I think in my strategy.
Welcome to another episode of Pick Up the Phone podcast, where every solution is a call away. I'm your host, Josue Llanas. I'm the CEO of Vancom. I help companies scale with marketing, sales, and AI. Today's guest is Kateryna Titenko. She has done over 150 transactions, fix and flips, wholesales, different exit strategies. She owns 12 doors, 11 properties to be precise, and she's got over $1 million net worth. But on top of all that, Kateryna was born in Ukraine. So how did you manage to do all that from Ukraine, Kateryna?
Pure luck.
Pure luck. Yeah.
And perseverance.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes. Well, I think since a kid, I kind of a little bit was on my own, just goal oriented. But also, I like math, so if something makes sense, I'll do it.
Yeah.
That's why I like real estate. But overall, I moved here when I was 23. I got married and was home wife for 5 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you how did you meet the person over here?
I met online.
Online?
Yeah. Nowadays.
Were you a mail order bride, Kateryna?
Well, again, that's question. It's gonna go to my grave.
Yeah. Of course. So you were born in Ukraine. You were born and raised over there. Went to school and everything. Did you go to college over there?
Yeah, I finished fashion design.
Fashion design.
Yeah.
No kidding.
I always wanted to be like Victoria Beckham.
Really? That's hilarious. I've known you for a long time and I never knew that.
Yeah.
So you wanted to be you did fashion design. You graduated and then you're like, I'm done with Ukraine.
No, it wasn't exactly like that. So it just felt like a lot of people there, I mean, like at 23 or 20 years old, a lot of people already married, have kids. So it feels like in the end of the, like life. And I remember thought like, oh, that's it? That's it to myself. A lot of people, even if you look at the longevity, people, their longevity like 65 years old.
65.
Average. Yeah, so people died a year earlier.
Why do you think that is?
I think, well, a lot of factors. I think stress, low education, and medication is probably not as good.
Yeah. So you were 23 and you're like, yeah, I don't want to live here. I don't want to live in Ukraine anymore.
No, it wasn't like that.
No?
Look, I just barely follow the flow. I was talking to this guy for 3 years. We met multiple times. And then I thought to myself, well, we're supposed to get together, or we should break up. What's the point to 3 years talking? So I told him like, hey, you need to marry me.
Classic Ukrainian thing. Yeah, I love it. So you moved to the US. You're 23 years old. When did you get into real estate? When did you get the bug?
It's a quite interesting story. So I thought like, I remember I thought to myself like, I'm bored, so I went to work a little bit in a retail store. Then I was really like working out, and all of my coworkers was telling to me, they was telling to me, oh, you like working out so
Yeah.
much. I should to become a personal trainer. So I became personal trainer. And then when COVID happened, I remember, actually, I was thinking before that, what I gonna do in my life? I
Hmm.
was sit down and thinking, and I like, well, I don't gonna go to university or college. It's quite expensive and long time. I thought about like fast education. Everyone telling me, oh no, real estate's only for those uh, like females who are doing like 1 to 2 transactions a year. Pretty like it's gonna be sucks for you. You're not gonna be successful. Everyone like telling to
Yeah.
me those stuff.
Hmm.
And it's happened by accident. When the COVID happened, I met at the gym a guy. He was walking to the front desk. I was on a commission based there, and I'm like, well, I need to sell him a training.
Hmm.
So I'm like, hey, how you like a gym? And I start talking to him, and he like, well, I'm an investor,
Yeah.
and if you want, I'm gonna teach you how to invest in real estate without no money. I'm like, that sounds like
A scam.
scam.
Yeah, this guy's a scammer.
But he like, well, come over. There is an office down the road, and you can see it yourself. It's like two weeks boot camp. So I went there. I met two other guys, and they asked me, "Do you know what this wholesaling real estate?" I said, "No." They're like, "Oh, go watch YouTube and come back tomorrow."
Hmm.
So I went home. I watched YouTube. I come back tomorrow. I didn't know it was an interview, and I passed it. I'm like, interesting.
Hmm.
And then they teach us 2 weeks about, wholesaling real estate, how found leads, how, analyze a deal. I thought that's crazy because I like, who will sell your house 50 cents on the dollar? And then they give me a list, like big list to call on people. And I think on the 50th call, like approximately about that, I call and one lady told me she have a house in Sunnyside for $80,000. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. So we actually contracted, we sold it, and I get paid. So I'm like, wow, it's real. Otherwise, I feel like if I would be not gonna get the deal so fast, I would probably not gonna believe in it or some. I
you
don't know.
you wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Wow. That's pretty interesting.
Hmm.
Was that Joe Davis?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
No way. Wait, so did you meet Joe Davis at the gym or did you meet someone else?
No,
Someone that worked with him?
I met another guy. He was like kind of acquisition agent there, and he was a good friend of Joe Davis. So he tried to recruit people,
Yeah.
just talk about that. And when I went there, I saw Joe Davis.
I
Hmm.
love that. Yeah,
Hmm.
Joe Davis is a great friend of mine and a client of Vancom.
Hmm.
So, love that dude. He owns a hard money company now, but at the time he did a lot of wholesaling here in Houston.
Hmm.
So you kind of just stumbled upon wholesaling from the beginning, just like randomly walked into the office and then got lucky right away.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Uh,
Most people, their journey does not happen like that at all.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's so funny because I can, like you just do it because you're like, they told you to do it and you're a respect person. So
Hmm.
like, okay, let me do what he said. But they kind of funny. They was keep telling to me. I was saying, "Do you have any off properties?" Like they copy me how I was talking. It was so funny.
Yeah.
I like. Well, I guess that's why I was stood up too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're different, and so people were, attracted to that, and they're like,
Hmm.
"Oh, this is gonna be fun, right?"
Yeah.
And I bet, did you get a lot of reactions when you initially started calling too about your accent?
Not really. I remember Jodo's Olden was telling it's about relationship business.
Hmm.
So I try to all the time talk maybe only 20% about the house or deal and 80% about the day. Yeah, I ask them, for instance, usually when I call, I say, "How you doing?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm doing good. How you doing?" I'm like, "Well, I need another cup of coffee." I try to bring something funny,
Yeah, yeah,
or I say, "Well, I don't know, feeling like gonna fall asleep soon," and just start like kind of
break
start
the
saying
ice.
something, and they're like, "What? Why is this girl talking to me?"
Yeah,
So I try to build like relationship besides someone talking about the deal.
yeah. I love that. When did you join Joe Davis' team? What year was that?
I think it was 2019,
Yeah,
and it was the end of the August
2018,
19.
2019. Got it.
Yeah,
And so you started working with him. You're wholesaling. How long were you there?
for 2 years.
2 years. Wholesaled a bunch of houses with him.
Yes.
Nice. I think you kind of understood the marketing aspect a lot also from
Hmm.
working with him. And I mean, you even have kind of a similar process now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, initial I do understand, it took me maybe like a year to understand it's not real estate business, it's a marketing business.
Yeah. It's all marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're not marketing, you're not getting any leads, you're not negotiating, you're not getting any deals.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's awesome. So when did you branch off on your own? What kind of what was your thought process at that point to say, you know what, it's time for me to go and do this on my own now?
um well, what happened, I remember I started going to a lot of networking events. I thought there are more people to know, more stuff to learn. So I went to a lot of networking events and I met a lot of people, and everyone telling to me you should start your own. Like, well, I don't know. So like, well, it's not so hard. You could do it on your own. And I kind of thought about that. They told me, hey, take yourself 3 months, put everything in writing, step by step, what you're gonna do, and execute it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people like, and it was like a few people who I saw they scale very high, and I have like some respect. So I felt like, well, if I'm not gonna do it, I'm gonna be like, what is it, it's a loser or something? So it was like, well, I have to do it. Like
Yeah.
everyone telling me I should do it.
Especially when it's people that you respect that's telling
Mm-hmm.
you that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you feel like you need to live up to what they see in you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in life sometimes, like we don't even see our own potential. It takes other people to see our potential to for us to take action, perhaps. And I think that's kind of what happened here, huh?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Good for you. You were
Yeah.
surrounded by the right people then. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So, what happened after that? We went off on your own. Walk me through like the first couple of months working by yourself.
Well, I remember when I started on my own, I literally was so excited. I thought I'm gonna be so awesome, and I could not sleep. I'm dead serious. I was
You couldn't
sleeping.
sleep?
I was so excited. I was sleeping like for, I don't know what happened. Maybe some kind of hormone hits me, because I was sleeping only 4 hours a day.
Oh
I
yeah.
was like all day long thinking like about real estate. Have so much like ideas in my head. All this motivational podcasts I was listening. But obviously, market was quite sucks. And I was quite a little bit aggressive too, right?
Hmm.
I remember how I learned about leverage, and I have some money, so I thought to myself, and I've done some flips quite successful when market was good. So I still was one. I bought like few of them, and it was like higher price point, like it was RV like about 300, 350. So my note was a little bit higher, but as a flip, and I thought I need to leverage. I was so hungry, but it was that time when I bought it in the summer, and the time when I need to sell it, it was winter, where it's like I listed it and there was 40,000 below asking price constantly.
Yeah.
So they stay rentals, but overall, so it was tough.
Yeah.
I was very excited, but in reality it wasn't as good as most. I still closed a lot of transactions, but my fee was so small, like $35,000, because like I could not do so much stuff, and it was quite tough market. It was changing, like
Hmm.
after low interest rate there was high interest rate, and everyone was start giving lower numbers.
Hmm. Guys, today I want to talk to you about one of our sponsors, Andrew Faught with Renovo. Andrew is a Houston local lender. I think what Andrew is really, really great at is doing DSCR 30-year fixed loans. He can do it for 1 to 4 units. He can do it for multifamily, commercial. Andrew is a direct lender, right? So what that means is they're able to service their own loans. They're able to have an in-house appraiser. There's no need for AMC BS. What that means is that typically most lenders have an outdoor or an third-party appraisal company that adds complexity, time, and just BS that you don't want to deal with. So go with Andrew. He's a relationship-based lender. What that means is that you can talk to him. You can talk to him about the deal. Figure out some sort of extra strategy that makes the most sense to capitalize on your investments. And so this is perfect for investors that are scaling their portfolio. So if you want to reach out to Andrew Faught, his phone number is 210-425-2190. Make sure you told him Josue Llanas sent you from Pick Up the Phone podcast. Sellers and investors in Houston, Texas, listen up. Kason Sullivan with New Western is a guy that I've personally worked with. I've sold him a ton of deals, and he makes the entire process extremely simple to be able to sell a property to them. Kason Sullivan's actually a 5-year top producer. He's closed 72 deals last year. So more importantly, you know, Kason acts as your dispo team. You don't have to worry about selling the deals, talking to buyers. They have 20 to 30 agents working in Houston on a daily basis, right? The way that the process works is if you give them 2 to 3 days plus property access, they get you a number on any deal, right? They have a full closing team, so you don't have to worry about transaction coordinator, escrow, legal, anything like that. And so what all that means to you is that if you spend less time finding a buyer for your deals, less time working on escrow, less time working on transaction coordinating, that's more time for you to scale your company. So if you're interested in selling a deal to Kason, his phone number is 409-527-1115. So what year was that when you started going off on your own, like 2021?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you started going off on your own, and you're doing your marketing, you're getting deals under contract. And so most of your fees were low at the beginning, you would say?
Yeah.
Really?
hmm
What do you think attributed to that?
What do you mean?
What do you think was the cost for the fees being so small at the beginning? Were they JV deals, or what kind of deals were you doing?
No, opposite. I think it was opposite. Actually, later on, I met you
Mm-hmm.
and I started gymming with you, and
Yeah.
actually, my fee was bigger.
Yeah.
My buyer pool was quite bad.
Oh, it was your buyer
Yeah,
pool.
and I wasn't really focusing. I kind of like focusing to develop it, but I
Yeah.
know I'm way better at acquisitions at disposition. Like I would be good at disposition. I put my time to that,
But you
but
just
like
didn't. You just never did it.
it's just a lot of time to do both
Yeah.
acquisition and disposition.
Yeah. That's hilarious. So you
Mhm.
started working with me. You started making more money.
Yeah, more money.
Let's go. I love that. Yeah, I've been doing real estate here in Houston for a long time. So
Uh-huh.
I'd say I have a pretty good buyers list, and so I'm really glad to hear that you made more money working with me. That's
Mhm.
awesome. We made a lot of money together.
Yeah,
When did we start doing a lot of deals? Like
as I think 2 years ago in February,
Yeah. What
Like
was that? 23? 2023?
something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's been 2 years, and we've done a lot of transactions. I lost count. And a lot of those I've seen some of your fees, and I'm like, dang, Kateryna's killing it. Yeah. No, I love it. Love to win with other people. I feel like that's where there's more joy in being able to talk to friends and be able to do deals and go out to dinner and hang out and just talk about real estate. It's the stuff that we love. So, during the day we're hustling, we're grinding, and then, whenever it's time to go have fun and relax, we can do that too. So, what happened after you started like doing everything on your own? Like, is there a specific marketing channel that you decided to go from the beginning?
Mm. I mean, I kind of flow, to be honest. I've been, first 3 years in real estate was stressful.
Mhm.
First few years it was stressful because a lot of stuff I'd done which I never done, so it was stressful for me. Like
Yeah.
I bought like first flip after 6 months I was in real estate. Because like everyone was telling to me, if you want to become an investor, you should do action, action, action. You can over on the line deals. So I'm like, okay, I need to do it.
Yeah, just take
I-
action.
I don't have anything to
Oh my
lose.
God, yeah.
Anyway.
You have a lot to lose.
No, now yes,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
back then I was like, I don't have anything to lose with
Right,
that.
yeah.
It was good market, so I thought like regardless of what, I would probably sell a deal. Maybe it was a small loss and don't make any money. Right? It was
Yeah.
good market, so
That's true.
but yeah, and when I actually went solo, I maybe like first year and a half was still quite stressful, but then I was like on autopilot. Like
Yeah.
finally I can breathe.
Yeah.
you
When
know?
when did you start buying and holding?
Oh, I think year after I was in real estate.
The year after.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Your first property.
Yeah, I bought one house. My first house was kind of funny scenario. So agent sent me a lead, right? He sent me a lead, and I'm like, okay, it's interesting. He like, look, the seller doesn't want to move out of the house, so he wanna you buy it because he going through divorce. He don't have very good credit score. He can refinance it, so he wanna you buy it, but then you listed him back the house. And in 2 years, he's gonna buy it for 300K, and I was supposed to contract it for 170. I'm like, all right, fine. So I walked to the house, and I look at the seller, and I'm like, oh, I know you. And he's like, I know you too. I like, you're security guy in HEB. He like, yeah, you're the girl who holds down after the gym shopping in HEB. Yeah, so he's still my tenant.
No way.
Yeah,
That's so you bought the property from him?
yeah.
Yeah. And so what's the agreement that you have? You're gonna sell it back to him or what?
Well, supposedly he's supposed to bought it last year, but he obviously didn't. He kept joking every time, like, "Hey, I'm gonna win the lottery. I'm gonna buy it back." I like, of course,
Sure.
of course.
Yeah. So he sold you the property and then he stayed in the property?
Yeah, yeah. He's a tenant.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
It's a small world sometimes, huh?
very small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it worked out for you at the end, right?
Hmm.
You got a really good price on it?
Yeah, like 170. It's still worth 300.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a lot of
and I
equity.
only put the roof on it.
That's all you did?
Hmm.
Yeah. And you didn't call no one for the roof?
Back then, I don't think he wasn't roofing.
No, yeah.
It was like 4 years ago.
That was 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We'll forgive this one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is what kind of like your first kind of property that you bought to keep?
Yeah, so it was my first, and then I thought to myself, okay, they're saying like, I need to also get out of the comfortable zone. So I bought another house in Pasadena,
Hmm.
and I like, well, I'm gonna learn how to do everything. So the house need absolutely everything. Convert garage to extra room, like roof, siding, USC, and when I bought it, I kind of find out. I thought garage doesn't include in square feet, so I thought it's 200 square feet bigger than I thought. Then I start like when I bought it, I find out that it's smaller than I thought. I never measure.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
So did you overpay?
yeah, well, let's tell you the story.
Okay.
And then what happened? I was, and I have a friend of mine. He's a general contractor for a luxury house, and he like, yeah, I'm gonna do your model. We'll walk. I give him a price. I think like on the interior, I'll give him 35,000.
Yeah.
And he like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna do it. After I bought it, he sent me bid in writing, and I look and I'm like, Jesus gosh, it's like you don't even swim a hammer, and I need another $20,000 because he didn't write so much stuff, and he like, no, I'm not gonna do it. So, well, then I bought another townhouse, so I bought three in the same time, and I was like, didn't have even much money, like maybe 50,000 in my account,
Hmm.
and then war happened in
Mhm.
Ukraine.
Hmm.
So it was so overwhelming.
Yeah.
I was crying the whole week.
Yeah.
That serious. I was like 100 pounds. I'm 123 pounds right now.
Yeah.
Back then I was like 100. Can you imagine?
Are you serious?
I dead serious. It was
Oh my God.
crazy.
Yeah.
And luckily I
It
remember.
impacted you a lot then, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
You kind of don't realize it, but it does.
Yeah.
But then I remember I was like, I went to the Davis. I said, I need to do something. I need to do something. He like, chill out. We're gonna figure out something.
Yeah.
Eventually, it was sold. It's one of the investor. He bought it, just really just only helping me, and he sold it back on the market. He just listed it, and he make like maybe 1,000 or two.
1,000 or two?
Yeah, he bought it for me for like exactly how much I was owning it.
Yeah.
And then he's decided he don't want to do a flip. He just put it in the market, and he sold it maybe like. He said he might make like $1,000. So I exit one of the deal. Another was 10 and occupied it. So it was constantly covering my loan.
Yeah.
And another one, I bought a townhouse in Westbury, which I bought for 83 grand.
Mhm.
I put 20 on it, and I sold it for 175.
Nice.
I know, it was awesome.
Yeah. It
Back
sounds
then.
like it.
Back then it was awesome.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So walk me through the next steps. Like, when did you start buying more properties for buy and hold?
Well, I didn't really was like in a position to like, hey, right now I'm gonna buy and hold. Like every year I buy in a little bit, not like just I'm gonna just do it. some deals, it's just like, when you in acquisition, they make sense to you.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good opportunity,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, you might see something where other people don't, and you're like, okay, this is a good one for me to keep, right?
Mhm.
What happened during I know you said that you're really sad during the whole war in Ukraine. Do you have family over there still?
Yeah, my mom's still there. But I mean, I think you don't realize it, but it's how it happened, right? When war happened, um, first few weeks, there
Mm-hmm.
wasn't a communication. So I'm
Mm.
saying you gather and you thinking the worst,
You're
right?
thinking the worst.
Because there was caught in the cable. It wasn't really good communication. Like there sometimes you can reach somebody for 3 4 days and you
Wow.
don't know what happened. So was the worst. If I would be like, calling my niece or my sister and say like, oh no, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm on the ground, but like I'm fine. That would be better. But like they're like sometimes you calling everyone who you know and nobody doesn't answer for 4 days. So you kind of wondering and thinking the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow.
was really tough. And it was like,
That's what made you so upset.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it was like for probably like first like 2 weeks, 2 months, like there was really bad communication.
Mm.
Yeah.
But it's gotten better since then.
Yeah, right now their internet and everything works fine.
Okay.
But back then, like it wasn't really a signal.
Yeah. Where's your mom live? In
She lived 20 miles from Russia, so it's like Dergachit, a small town next to the big town.
uh-huh.
Kharkov, it's like the second biggest town in Ukraine.
Wow. And it's 20 miles?
Yeah, about that's 20, maybe 25 miles you
Oh
can
my
drive
goodness.
to
Yeah.
Russia. People, before war, people used to just go to Russia to fill up a gas and
Yeah.
come back because it was so cheaper.
Because it was cheaper in
Yeah.
Russia.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I'm sure there's now like some sort of like safety things or something for your mom. Like maybe she's like like you said, there's some people were underground.
No, not anymore. No,
Not anymore.
no.
Okay, so it's a little safer and stable now.
Yeah, in the beginning, like nobody doesn't knew where is who. Like imagine, like back then, people were scared to just move or drive because when it's intersection,
Mhm.
nobody doesn't know do Russian or Ukraine. So if there's someone standing as a military, they'll just shoot. They don't care who you are
Wow.
because they don't know who you are.
Yeah.
So a lot of people when they was fleet, they was just like literally shot by the road, by the road.
Yeah.
Because that was the scariest part. Too.
Right. Because you don't know who the enemy is.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Wow.
also they put like on a road like a bomb,
Spikes.
yeah, and stuff like that.
Oh, they put bombs on the road.
Mm,
Wow. Yeah. Is it just your mom that's over there, or just like other family members?
no,
Just your mom. Okay.
I mean like, yeah, well, most of my cousin even left.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember you just took a trip recently with your mom, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah. You guys went over Europe somewhere?
yeah, we went to Croatia and Montenegro.
Oh, very cool. How was that?
I love it. It was very nice. Food
Yeah.
was amazing. Would for sure. They have that scream pita in
Mhm.
Montenegro. Jesus God. When I find out about this dessert, I was eating it 3 times a day.
3 times a day.
It was phenomenal.
Wow. I haven't tried it. I'll have to try that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And I guess that's some of the freedom that real estate provides you, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think after I started being in real estate, it's kind of happened like accidentally because I used to go to Ukraine. I thought like I flying through the Europe lets me stay there to see some countries, but like every summer I was able to go there for a few weeks or maybe even a month.
Yeah. That's
Mm.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still was able to manage some, you know, actual wholesale or even like a flips because like I work with same contractor right now for 2 years.
Mhm.
So I just kind of like trust him. Sometimes he didn't put the right color on my flooring. I like, well, I told you put the light oaks and you put like a gray
Yeah.
because it probably was on sale or something. I like, but yeah,
But it's
you
okay.
have to be particular.
Of
Right
course.
now, I like no
Yeah.
all decision. You need to text me before.
Yeah. It's all got to be the same.
Mhm. Yeah,
No, that's awesome. What's the time difference between here and Ukraine?
it's 8 hours.
8 hours?
Yeah,
Okay.
ahead.
Ahead, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're working typically like 9 a.m. Here's what, like 5 p.m. over there, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. That's not a bad time.
Yeah, well, in Europe, if I was traveling to Europe, it would be, I think, 6 or 7 hours.
Depending on where you're at.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
UK 6 hours, Paris is like 7.
Well, you make it seems like I was really working. I was maybe like answering some texts or emails just to get the deal
Yeah.
flowing and doing. Like
You're probably texting me like, "Hey, hurry up and sell this deal for
Yeah,
me, all right?
like
I want to get paid already, Josue."
an hour or two.
Yeah,
I mean, like not really.
not really.
Not really like hustling, but I mean, of course, like working, like still answering the mail or text or campaign. Like a lot of times, like leads can come in into you, inbound leads. So you still, I usually would be able to still close or acquire like 1 or 2 deals while I travel.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
1 or 2 while you're traveling?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you do that because of the marketing systems that you've had now, or what?
Yeah.
I think most of your deals that you get from real estate agents, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So normally it's just a matter of analyzing the deal with the agent, kind of figuring out what the numbers look like, and then you make them an offer.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I'd say maybe even agents might have photos for the property, right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy to analyze the deals then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's not a lot of emotional kind of negotiating that you have to do.
Yes, correct.
It is or it isn't.
No, it's not. I mean, the good part, you have to be quite professional, right? Because you
Yeah.
deal with real estate agents, you need to know how to write contract, what kind of what you can ask, what you can't ask. But
Yeah.
otherwise, yeah, usually it's not about like seller crying on the phone.
Yeah, I did a lot of direct to seller marketing, so it's a lot of crying on the phone.
Yes.
No, that's cool. What have you been up to lately? Maybe like this year, last year.
Uh, well, overall, I was
We were still doing like a lot of wholesale last year, right?
yeah. What I was trying to do, I was just trying to get like a virtual assistant, since I have a rental, so I was trying to like teach my virtual assistant to manage it because I don't want to do it.
Of course.
And if I want to like grow in this position, right now I have a built-in account, so like delegate because I can't see myself because I manage them myself, those rentals. If I gonna have way more units, like and still do a flip and wholesale, actually only I doing it. So I just need to delegate.
Yeah. You just met Richard
Mhm.
Marquez. He owns 39 units.
Mhm.
I really recommend this application that he showed me. It's
Uh-huh.
called Stessa.
Oh,
And
never heard about
Me
that.
neither. And so you're able to classify every transaction that comes into your business into each property, so you can have like appropriate bookkeeping for every property, so you can run your profit and loss statements, stuff like that. That's like one of my biggest headaches always is bookkeeping, right? And like in QuickBooks it's not as easy, I'd say. I mean, for the people that use it, it's probably super easy, but Stessa, I kind of like it. Kind of seems like it's built for all that. You should
So
check it
it's
out.
like accounting tool.
Yeah, and I think
Huh.
I don't know if it's I mean, I'm sure it's property management too. I'd have to ask him.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should ask.
Yeah,
So
we'll call him.
I
We'll
don't
call him right
know.
now. Let me pick up the phone and call him Richard real quick. Hey, Richard. Can you tell me? Yeah, no. That'd be something really good to find out for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, luckily, I switched my TPA. It's national one,
hmm
and I pay them monthly fee, and they're doing for me bookkeeping. I like, because
Oh, it's too much. Yeah,
otherwise it's a lot.
yeah. How much do you pay for bookkeeping a month?
$80.
$80?
Mm-hmm.
What?
That's what I thought because I was used to pay for a bookkeeping app like 30 something. So I thought like, well, I pay 80 and they do everything for me.
Yeah, that's really cheap.
I know.
What company is that?
Richard Pinsley, something like that.
Okay. Damn, I'm paying a lot more. You're gonna have to
Yeah.
connect me.
hmm
But awesome. So what's 2025 look like for you? What have you been doing this year?
Well,
Because I think last year we were still working a lot together. We were doing a lot of wholesales.
hmm
I saw you do flips, all this stuff. But I think this year we've kind of gone our own paths.
Yeah.
What have you been up to this year?
Well, I still trend in same amount transaction. I felt like that year maybe I kind of didn't realize that like right now it maybe was a little bit slower than last year because that year actually um from all of the deals I only terminated like five. So literally
When?
any deal what we
This year?
contracted, we sold it.
This year?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But because last year, I guess like I have way higher termination. I think I terminated like 15 or 18. So it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't able was to exit it, like, sell it. But nowadays, like I guess like these both better, but they're not as much deals, I think. But to be honest, I didn't thought about that. I was trying to focus on spiritual level.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of sound like that, but I was like, like was just trying to be spiritual and found my own peace.
What do you mean by that?
Um, well, there is a lot of, I think for me, it was a lot of what I noticed, I didn't like to be bored,
Yeah.
right? So I was used to be this person, like if someone called me, I'm like, yeah, let's have fun,
Yeah.
And like I also was one action, and then I kind of find out it's probably not as good. I need to be like, sometimes like, those days when you like sit down and it's like evening and you're by yourself and you still feel comfortable with yourself. So I was challenging myself. I don't even travel much this year. Besides, I went to Europe on
Yeah.
purpose
Yeah.
because I told myself, Kateryna, you're gonna sit down home and talk to the demons.
Talk to your demons.
Yeah, it's worked fine.
Yeah.
I love it.
What are your-
I discover a lot.
What are your demons saying?
Well, I'm on the right path.
You're on the right path?
I'm on the right path.
Yeah, they went away now. Yeah,
Yes.
good.
Yes.
I'm glad to hear it. No, that's good. I've seen a lot of like fix and flipping more that you've been doing this year, huh?
No, I don't like post a lot of stuff. So I don't, I don't post like my closings, and I don't
No,
post.
I know.
I don't post my fix and flip. I kind of start doing it, even though last year I told you I did eight, like three in a partnership we did flip, and five I hold. So, but I remodel them, right?
Mhm.
Um, but um, I didn't post it. But this year I decided like, oh, it's not so bad. Like I just shoot like one pictures. Here you go. I don't even put much description. I like here you go. Like or
Yeah.
like today done or something.
Yeah, but I think that's also I think that's also helpful, Katerina, because when you're showing what you're doing, it attracts more of what you want. And so if you're showing, look at the real estate that I'm flipping, blah, 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 people are going to think about you the next time they have a deal. And they're going to say, hey, let me call Katerina because I know she's a buyer. I know she can flip. This is the area that I saw her in. So I think it's always good to stay top of mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What would you say about that?
Yes, same. Like, of course, I know how marketing works. Like,
Yeah.
I have some people who's like agents. They saying, like, "Oh, yeah, sure, you're like my favorite." But then, like after 3 months, like they kind of forget about me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So marketing doesn't works.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
They will always forget about you if you're not
yeah,
staying top of mind.
yeah,
Is your system that you have still working for reaching out to agents?
yeah.
Yeah. But you said like it's just kind of like slowed down this year. I mean, there's been a lot of changes this year, right?
Yeah, a lot of people leaving. A lot of people just don't have it, and yeah. So kind of you can see it.
Where have you seen more of the slower side, like the buyers being more slow or the sellers being
Oh,
more slow?
both.
Both.
I mean, sellers still not really realistic on the prices. No,
Sellers are what?
not really realistic on the price.
They're not sticking to the price.
Not realistic.
They're unrealistic.
Yeah, I mean, like it seems since last year, but to be honest, we know right now it's a little tougher market.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I would also say like with like interest rates kind of just being like up and down and a lot of uncertainty in politics this year.
Hmm.
I've even seen like things like, even because I don't really think that tariffs like drastically impacted anything really, but just the talk of tariffs was really what kind of gave a lot of people like this uneasy feeling, you know?
Yeah.
And then because of that, like I remember at some point buyers were like, "Oh, well, tariffs are going up, so cost of materials is gonna go up." They did go up, but like some things went up only for a couple of weeks, and then
Yeah.
they came back down, and it was more the uneasiness of politics taking a toe into like real estate that really kind of like made people not want to go as hard this year from what I saw. What do you think about that?
Well, I think a lot of people know there it's cycles, and I think a lot of people just, like maybe we're in the middle, and some people thinking like maybe I wait like another 3 months when it's gonna be a winter, better deal, or
Yeah.
I'm waiting next year. It could be possibility there, but also there of course um just people who's maybe had experience, or like everyone talk it's tough on market, so people just don't want to do it too.
Yeah. Where do you see the market going in 2026?
It doesn't sound excited.
Why not?
Well, yeah, I met with yesterday 10. It was like I think 8 investor and 2 bankers who've been like 20/30 years in real estate.
Yeah.
They telling they probably will be C. They probably will be C. First is foreclosures. Like we're gonna see foreclosures more, and they're saying it's not the bottom. I mean, it's looks. I probably agree to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I kind of agree with that too.
Well, I just hope with in stagnation.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like a slow kill.
It is a slow kill. Like a really good indicator always is like if you compare the amount of foreclosures that we have right now versus last year, that's kind of like a trend to watch. And then also something else, seeing how many people are behind on their payments is also pretty troubling. I was talking to someone that works for a mortgage servicing company, and they are seeing a lot more people falling behind on their loans.
Yeah.
So
I heard that too.
I definitely think we're not at the bottom yet. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be a slow, painful kill, but I think the people that can last through this journey, I think, are going to be able to come out really profitable on the other end. So, what is your plan to profit on the other end, Kateryna?
Well, I think in my strategy is just to buy every year a little bit. It's not something like I'm gonna try to time at the market or anything like that.
Yeah.
So my idea obviously found it cheaper money, right? So right now I saving, and I'm looking to pay 2 properties off and create line of credit. So it's gonna be cheaper to me to have a hard money loan. And like that, if I decided to keep as a rental, buy something, keep as a rental, typically it takes you 3 to 4 months, right? Because you have to season till you refinance. You buy, and then 3 months you put your repairs, put the tenant and refinance. But I don't want to I guess 3 will be okay a year, but I don't want to buy a lot of real estate.
Yeah.
Because you still do need to maintain it. You have to have emergency funds and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a lot of work. You've been a landlord, it's a lot of work.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I do not enjoy it. On my properties here in Houston, I was like, you know what? I'm selling everything.
Yeah.
I only have the ones in South Texas now. But this idea to get a line of credit with properties that are paid off, where'd it come from? Talking to Adam and
No,
Robert.
no.
Shout out Robert and Adam, by the way, Capital Bank. They are amazing commercial bankers. You can reach out to Kateryna or me if you want a connection to an amazing commercial banker.
Yeah. Well, no. So basically what happened, I have one condominium, which I kind of thought to myself, because it's not warrantable, so they only give like 65% on it, and I was like, well, maybe it's just easier to me to pay it off.
Yeah.
So then I start thinking, well, if I pay it off, like, oh, I can create line of credit. And I
Yeah.
kind of start kind of thinking like that. And then like I know they're kind of like, when you put something, there more stuff happen. Like then I started talking to another investor. They saying they done similar stuff like that. So like, well, it makes sense.
Hmm.
Especially if you have a gap between a project, technically you're cash flowing.
Yeah.
So I thought it's kind of nice. And also you don't need to take full amount, just a little bit. So I feel like it's just makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's not as expensive
Are you
to
planning on
maintain.
getting a line of credit with Capital Bank? Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're doing business in Houston and you don't have a great title company, I highly recommend you guys to use Natalie Murillo with Black Label Title. They were awarded the best title company in 2026 by Houston Latino Magazine. But I think what's truly impactful of working with Natalie is that her title company can do pass-through funding for A to B closings. If you're an investor, this is very important to you because it means that you don't need to have your own funds to be able to finance an A to B closing on a double close. You can use the funds from the C to B to fund A to B transaction. If you don't understand what that means, reach out to Natalie. She can explain it all to you. More importantly, you can make a very big assignment fee without your buyer or your seller finding out what that fee is. So it's a great opportunity to get with a investor-friendly title company. They also do blind HUDs, assignments, novations, subject to wraps. And so they close in all Texas counties, right? So they can do e-signing. You don't even have to have a closing in the title company, right? They do CE classes. Listen, guys, if you're wholesaling or you're investing in Texas, you need to call Natalie Murillo with Black Label Title. And the link for Natalie is going to be in the show notes. So the number for Natalie Murillo is 936-442-8486. Make sure you mention Josue Llanas with Pick Up the Phone podcast. If you're a real estate investor anywhere in the United States, you need to listen up. GetHardMoney.com is a free platform for real estate investors. You can find local hard money, connect with the lender directly, request term sheets, and chat all in one single place. What I really like about the website is that they have free tools. They have built-in AI comping. They have flip property calculators. They have cash to close calculators. Everything's 100% free. You don't even need to sign up to be able to use their calculators, which I find extremely useful whenever I'm running numbers on a property. So it's going to be free all the time, no cost ever. So if you're investing and you need a lender or connections or you need deal analysis tools, it's a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer sign up. So the way to sign up is you go to gethardmoney.com and the link is going to be in the show notes. What is their fees like whenever it comes to like actually withdraw money from them?
I don't know. Should I tell? No, I'm saying to be honest, I don't know. Is it just for me a deal or for everyone a deal?
That's true.
I didn't done it. I didn't hop it. I just pay off my condominium last week on it. I think it was 12.
Mm-hmm.
So what it was last week was 12 or a week before. And I was like, Adam, come on, let's get that line of credit. I keep following up for him every day.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you when we've done it, how it's actually gonna look like.
Okay. So there's gonna be a line of credit on your condo that you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very
and then
cool.
I have about a townhouse in Energy Corridor, and I from my own rehab.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Capital Bank. They funded to me my purchase price 75%, so I only own 75,000. So I think and it's worth 220.
On which one?
Townhouse.
On the townhouse.
Yeah. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'll eventually, pay it off because only 75,000 I own it. And it's worth 220. So maybe I would be able to pull back 170, something like that. What's this? I think they will give you 75, 80%.
Credit line on the asset.
Yeah. So I think like I would be able to pull it, but that's what my next step would be.
Yeah. That's a great step. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people even do these credit lines to be able to do hard money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you can use those credit lines and let other people borrow that money and then make points on that money. Borrow, like lend it to someone at like a 12% interest rate.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's if you have a couple more, because you typically need a little bit more money to do that,
Well, right now I would not want to be a lender. I think like there will be great possibility to really find the good deals.
Yeah.
So like it's probably still their time to buy some rentals or flips, something like that to buy.
Hmm.
There's sometimes really awesome deals coming up. Like, and it's nowadays you can, well, you even before he was able to see, but it more and more see the houses which doesn't need much repairs, but people willing to sell it on a high discount.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, man, that's only need like only $10,000-$15,000. Let's go, and you're
Yeah.
still getting discounts, like because it's everything percentage wise,
Hmm.
quite deep discounts. So like, well, that's a good deals.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree. And there's gonna be more deals coming probably in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what are you doing next? What's next for you?
Well, as I mentioned to you, my just keep consistency. I want to do consistently. I don't know about like next year's. Like, is it right now only because of the winter we're seeing that you need to put more marketing, less deals, or it's gonna be whole next year like that. But as I mentioned to you, what I want to do, I want to create cheaper costs, for money, and just keep buying real estate.
Yeah.
But it's just so much more room to breathe. Like right now, that townhouse, my payments on it $450 a month.
$450.
I own $75,000, and they charge me only 7.2 interest rate. So holding a townhouse, and I'm paying only 420. Okay, HOA they're 460,
Yeah.
and also
$800.
and
Yeah.
I have insurance and probably taxes, so it's like $1,000 for me as a flipper. Like, man, that's amazing
That's
stuff,
nothing. Yeah.
right? So I like
What's the rent on it?
I think it's like maybe like 1800s.
So
I don't know. I don't plan to like rent it.
no?
Mm, I mean, I thought to live there myself, to be honest.
Yeah. Of course.
Don't tell it's a capital because you're not gonna live there.
No, no, no. Of course not.
Oh, they actually
But
watch your podcast.
they do?
Cut it off, please.
Yeah, we'll cut it off. We'll talk. We'll tell the editor to cut it off.
Well,
It's not gonna be cut
but
off.
to be
It's
honest, I
fine.
don't plan to live there a long time because me as an investor, like you're constantly, you found new deals. So like you steps growing by a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
You live for a year, then you found another better deal. Like, oh my gosh, I want to live there. I want to
Yeah.
live there. So you keep moving everywhere.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
Just like your condo, you know?
yeah, so you kind of do also like house hack. Well, to be honest, I think what it's like very conservative
Yeah.
next year what I'm thinking about. But if you look a little bit more like like I would say overall where I want to go, I thought about maybe do new builds.
Mhm.
I thought that would be open up new door
Mm-hmm.
or go commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I remember you called me about that.
yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever reach out to Jake Stein?
No,
No. Yeah, Jake Stein's a great resource for commercial, especially in warehouses.
I don't think you sent me
I didn't-
contact.
No,
No,
I sent it to you.
no.
No,
We talk and then you never. I think you just forgot.
I probably forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll send it to you right now.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. We'll do it right after the podcast.
Yeah.
But
Well, commercial or new builds. Like I thought, like new builds kind of cool, especially like I don't have anything on my personal name, so I thought maybe like eventually
build something new for you.
yeah, but buy land cash
Yeah.
and then develop it and and get it on my own name. I know maybe even like duplex or anything. I kind of like thinking about that.
Yeah.
But like those medical feel really attractive.
The what?
Like medical field, because medical field keep growing. They're huge development and stuff like that. So like I thought like, well,
Are you talking about like the medical department, like the medical area of Houston?
yeah, it's keep
Yeah.
growing.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm saying like maybe like so their price points like a $500,000 to and up.
I
So to
know.
develop.
And I've seen some really nice duplexes, triplexes, quadplexes over there in that area.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you were to, I mean, I'd say like those are going to be some of the best tenants out there.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes medical students or, someone that's going and doing their residency.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have really great tenants.
But how cool would be, like just to know you're building it. And so I'm saying like that would be like it would be another like exit strategy, right? To
Yeah.
learn like new skills
Yeah.
to build something. So I thought about that. It's like
Between
maybe
new
the
construction and commercial, what do you think is gonna land on your plate first?
I think first will be probably new development and then commercial.
Yeah,
I think so.
new development.
Yeah,
Mainly because you want to do it for yourself, right?
um no, I just feel like right now nobody, it's not commercial, not as excited.
Yeah,
Like, I might be so hesitated because like commercial right now a little bit suffering. So I would like, oh, I don't know, should I do commercial?
yeah, yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
I'll wait a
Some
little
people are
bit.
bleeding for sure.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I like, when it's gonna be booming, it's easy gonna be go to commercial.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe like that.
Wait a little bit for the boom to come back up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that'll be good. That'll be good. Well, this has been really fun. I think you are a great buyer. So if anyone that's watching this podcast or listening to it online, if they want to connect with you to send you a deal, or maybe to, attract good people to you and,
Mm-hmm.
maybe do some JVs or something, how can they get a hold of you?
Well, they can contact me, DM me in Instagram. My Instagram is K_TITNKO.
Mhm. That's it.
I don't want to give my direct phone
No, of
numbers.
course not. There's a lot of. You don't have to do that. What about Facebook? Do you have Facebook?
Yes, it's Kateryna Titenko.
Katerina. Okay,
Yes, yes.
so reach out to Katerina on Instagram or on Facebook if you guys have a deal. You were really, after, and I'd love to get your feedback on this. What was your experience like doing this podcast? I know you were maybe a little bit shaky on it.
Uh, I mean, it's quite comfortable, but I feel like I already give you a whole my life story.
That's the whole point of it, Katerina.
All my life story.
Absolutely. That's
That's usually I tell those stories usually on my date, but I just repeat everything what I
See,
talking on my date.
next time you go on a date, now you can just send them this episode and say, "Hey, here, go and watch this if you want to
Yeah.
know about me."
If you like me after this episode, okay, I'm gonna go with you on a date.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here, Katerina. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, till the next time.
Likewise, thank you.
Thank you.